One of us don't even notice.
Sounds so good. Michael Ray's latest single, Her World of Mine, is climbing up the country radio charts. Michael is touring right now with fellow country singer Jimmie for CMT on tour.
Yeah, I just saw them perform at an event here in New York. Fans absolutely love these guys. I do too. Michael and Jimmie told us how they originally connected out on the road and the pre-show rituals that take some getting used to. Watch.
I'm from this place called Milton, Delaware, and so how we met, the first time ever playing together was in Dewey Beach in my hometown. So they had me down as like the local opener, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So he shows up and it's like, oh, that's Jimmie. I know him, whatever. And then we play a show in Savannah, Georgia.
Like months later.
Months later,
yeah.
My name not down again.
It's a local opener. It said local opener again, and so we're saying, well, man, I wonder who's opening, because they normally have like somebody that we know.
Yeah.
And then here comes Jimmie, and I was like, dude, are you playing here today again? He's like, yeah. So we always joke, we're like, man, it feels so good to see the local opener get number one, have his own bus.
Yeah, local openers could go a long way in the business these days.
Because our first show together, we was in a 15-passenger van. We drove that thing from Nashville to Delaware. Dude, it was crazy.
What's been the most surprising thing about working with each other? Something you didn't expect? Maybe you had a preconceived notion that you were able to...
I don't know.
We kind of knew each other. We knew each other before the tour started.
Yeah, I don't think there was really any...
Yeah, you know, so when I saw him and he just showed up and was just farting all the time, okay, that's normal.
That's exactly what you expected.
Yeah.
Same as always. Back in the local opener days.
Yeah. You know, you got to teach them, you know?
Rules of the road, rules of the road.
Rules of the road, bro.
What is that shot y'all do before every show? That thing, because I only drink Maker's Mark.
Okay.
All I drink. And they do something.
Well, it changes daily.
Yeah,
That's why you can never figure it out.
Every time I've done the pre-show shot, which I think like 3 times all together, and every time it gets a different burn. Like, what is that?
Like, what's that?
You know, some days it's Jack Daniels. It depends. You know, some days if you're feeling good, you got a little bullet.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You know,
rye.
the day's gone bad. A little mixture of both.
And maybe a couple more throughout.
Maybe a couple throughout that day.
Yeah, right. They have a good time.
They do. All right, so as fans know, Michael Ray and his country sweetheart, Carly Pearce, got married in a very romantic wedding back in October. People gave you exclusive access to that amazing day. Now we're seeing some of the sweetest moments right here.
Yeah, so Michael told us what kind of holiday traditions he and Carly are planning to work into their first Christmas as husband and wife.
We're both very close to our grandparents, and my grandfather Amos and her grandfather Pap is what they called him. We're both very influential in our lives and our careers. There's little things in both of our careers and on our stages that are little just tips of hat to them. And so my grandfather drank nothing but root beer. I mean, there was no water. It was black coffee till noon, and then root beer till bed. And yeah, so and then her grandfather loved Pabst Blue Ribbon, and so every year at Christmas time we open up a root beer and a Pabst Blue Ribbon and set it up, and then I drink the other 11 Pabst Blue.
That's what it is in the pack. We know what the pack to go.
Yeah, so I think those traditions. One thing too is like
I actually really love that.
There's some. It's just kind of it's a little thing that makes us
personal,
feel that they're there, and of course you got the traditions of like recipes that your great grandmother made or whatever that we're gonna and listen to our own little family traditions, and hopefully one day pass on to our kids years from now.